Imagine a village where the forest never forgets, and it watches every step you take. Deep in the remote hills of northern England lies the forgotten hamlet of Wrenford, a place shrouded in mist and ancient whispers. The villagers speak little of what lurks beyond the trees, but those who venture too close never return the same, if they return at all. Our story follows Emma, a curious folklorist drawn to Wrenford by tales of a peculiar local legend, the weeping oak. They say this gnarled tree stands at the forest's heart, its bark stained with tears that flow like blood after dusk. The villagers believe the tree is cursed, a living prison for a vengeful spirit trapped centuries ago. Emma arrives just as the sun dips below the horizon, casting long shadows over the cobblestone streets and crooked rooftops. The air is thick with damp earth and the faint scent of burning sage. She is greeted with wary eyes and murmurs from the townsfolk, who warn her to leave before nightfall. But Emma, driven by a hunger to uncover the truth, ignores the warnings. That evening, in the dim light of the small inn, Emma pores over old manuscripts and faded maps she brought with her. The fire crackles low, casting flickering light over the worn pages. She reads accounts of strange disappearances, eerie sightings, and cryptic references to the weeping oak that have persisted for generations. A chill runs down her spine as she senses the weight of the village's unspoken fear pressing in around her. The next morning, Emma ventures into the village square, where the few locals who dare to linger exchange glances and quickly avert their eyes. She approaches an elderly woman seated by the well, her hands gnarled like the roots of an ancient tree. Introducing herself, Emma gently inquires about the weeping oak and the tales surrounding it. The woman's eyes cloud with sorrow and warning. "Child," she whispers, "the forest remembers all. The tree you seek is no ordinary oak. It holds the pain of a soul wronged, and its tears cry not for itself, but for the sins of those who condemned her." Emma nods, her resolve hardening. She spends the day speaking with other villagers, piecing together fragments of history and legend. They tell of a healer named Ilara, a woman with the gift to mend both body and spirit who lived centuries ago. Accused of witchcraft during a time when fear ruled hearts, she was sacrificed beneath the great oak to appease the villagers' dread. Her spirit, bound to the tree, wept endless tears of blood as punishment and sorrow. As twilight deepens, Emma ventures into the dense forest, her lantern flickering against the encroaching darkness. The branches above twist like skeletal fingers, blocking out the moonlight. The damp earth muffles her footsteps, and the scent of moss and decay fills the air. Soon, she finds the weeping oak, a towering ancient tree with bark cracked and slick with a crimson sap that glistens like fresh blood. Suddenly, a chilling wind sweeps through the leaves, carrying soft, sorrowful sobs. Emma's heart pounds as she notices faint figures lurking between the trees, vague shadows that vanish when she blinks. She hears whispers in an old dialect she can't understand, voices pleading and accusing. Drawn closer, Emma touches the tree's bark. The ground trembles, and the air grows icy. The tree's surface ripples like water, revealing the face of a woman trapped beneath. A face twisted in pain and rage. The spirit speaks through the bark, telling a tale of betrayal. Centuries ago, she was a healer accused of witchcraft and sacrificed beneath this very tree by the villagers, her soul bound to its roots. Emma feels a surge of empathy and dread. The spirit's voice is both haunting and sorrowful, recounting the injustice and the curse that has tethered her to this place ever since. The forest seems to lean in closer, the trees whispering secrets in a language just beyond comprehension. Emma faces a dire choice: leave and preserve the secret, or break the curse and risk releasing a wrath beyond imagination. As she hesitates, the forest erupts in a cacophony of screams, and the shadows coalesce into twisted forms, closing in around her. In a desperate act, Emma recites an ancient incantation she found in a dusty tome. The tree shudders violently, the face dissolving into a scream that echoes through the night. Suddenly silence falls. The crimson sap dries and the forest seems to exhale. Emma escapes, but as she looks back, the tree stands silent and still. Yet she feels eyes watching from the darkness. The villagers greet her return with fearful relief, but their smiles hide secrets. Was the spirit truly freed, Or has Emma unwittingly taken its place? As she packs to leave Wrenford, a final glance at the weeping oak reveals a new carving on its bark. A fresh tear, glistening with blood, and beneath it, two eyes staring back at her from the shadows. The forest never forgets. And now, neither will Emma. But the story does not end there. In the days that follow, Emma notices subtle changes. Shadows seem to flicker just beyond her vision. Whispers echo faintly in the wind, and the weight of unseen eyes follows her every move. The villagers, once distant, now regard her with a mixture of reverence and fear, as if recognizing the mark the forest has left upon her. Emma returns to her lodgings and discovers an old journal slipped beneath her door. Its pages are filled with cryptic entries and sketches of the weeping oak, detailing previous attempts to lift the curse, each ending in tragedy. The final entry warns of a cycle, a bond formed between the tree and its chosen guardian. Determined to understand her fate, Emma delves deeper into the village's history, uncovering tales of ancient rituals and forgotten pacts. She learns that the weeping oak was once a sacred site, a place where the living and the spirit world intersected. The curse, it seems, is a twisted remnant of a broken covenant. Night after night, Emma dreams of Alara, the healer's face shifting between anguish and hope. In these visions, the forest speaks, revealing secrets hidden beneath layers of earth and time. Emma realizes that freeing the spirit requires more than breaking the curse. It demands reconciliation and remembrance. Guided by the dreams, Emma returns to the forest at dawn. She carries offerings of herbs and flowers, relics of healing and peace. Approaching the weeping oak, she places them at its base and speaks words of forgiveness and remembrance, honoring the spirit's pain and the village's past. The air trembles with a gentle warmth as the tree responds. The crimson stains fade, replaced by new shoots and blooming leaves. The shadows recede, and a sense of calm settles over the forest. Emma feels a release, a lifting of the heavy burden. Yet, as she turns to leave, a soft voice lingers, a whisper of gratitude and a warning. The forest's memory is long, and its watchful gaze eternal. Emma carries a part of it now, a bond woven between her soul and the ancient wood. Back in the village, the atmosphere shifts. The villagers begin to speak more openly, sharing stories and songs once silenced by fear. Emma decides to stay, becoming the village's guardian and storyteller, bridging the gap between past and present. Though the weeping oak no longer weeps blood, its legacy endures. The forest watches, remembers, and protects, as does Emma, forever entwined with the spirit of Wrenford. In this place where the forest never forgets, life and legend live side by side, and every step taken is a step through history, memory, and the enduring power of forgiveness.